Cable 12 Sports presents coverage of high school football from the Metrodome. It's the Classic Lake Conference Richfield Spartans and Cooper Hawks from the Metrodome in Minneapolis. I'm John Jacobson. Welcome to our final game of coverage here at the Metrodome. Eight teams in all playing here at the Dome. Richfield and Cooper capping off a day-long football for the Classic Lake Conference. Well, this game has very strong meanings for both teams as far as the conference race. They come in tied for fourth place with 3-2 conference marks, trying to catch Armstrong and Hopkins for second place, one game behind Wayzata in the conference lead. Let's talk about a couple of the key players for tonight. First of all, for Richfield. Again, they're 3-2 in the conference and 3-2 overall. They feature Ben Duffy, one of the top conference running backs. He is averaging over 8 yards per carry and has scored 4 touchdowns this season. He'll be one that the Hawks defense will want to watch out for tonight. Welcome back to the Metrodome. I'm John Jacobson. Joining me for tonight's telecast, Warren Olson, former Brooklyn Center High School coach, as we get set for the final game of the Metrodome, the Classic Lake Conference Day. Cooper and Richfield. And Richfield will be in the road whites with the Cardinal trim. Willie Hubner to kick off for Cooper. Back deep for Richfield will be Ben Duffy and Matt Scanlon. As Hubner gets it a short boot, and we are underway. It is taken by one of the linemen at the 40, returns it to the 41-yard line. That's Mike Stewart, junior lineman, on the return for Richfield. Here's the offense that Todd Olson's Richfield Spartans will start with tonight. The offensive backs and receivers for Richfield. Paul Scanlon is the quarterback. The running backs, Ben Duffy and Matt Scanlon. Mike Parton, the tight end. Chris Miller, the split end. And Tony Johnson, the wide receiver. Offensive line, Brian Yusso, the left tackle. Bob Olson, the left guard. Troy Glotty is the center. Jason Kendrick at right guard. Aaron Bear at right tackle. First play from scrimmage, a short pass to the tight end, to the split end, Miller, out to the 46-yard line. That gains 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5. Cooper defensively to start tonight. They go with a 5-man front. Mosby, Ebert, Blanchard, Moss, and Lux. They'll bring in Ben Krakow as a linebacker and take out one of the linemen in a passing situation. Linebackers in secondary, Boston and Johnson are the linebackers. Marger and Cota, the cornerbacks. Hubner and Kelfkin are the safeties. On second down, the first running play for Richfield nets them a first down as Ben Duffy crosses into Cooper territory and carries down to the 47 for a 7-yard gain, as they said, a Richfield first down. Mason Thielman in motion from left to right. And first down, they pulled away from Duffy, and Scanlon trying to keep it, and he'll have no gain. Tackle made by Matt Ebert. It'll be second down and 10. For Richfield, Warren, they're a little bit frustrated the last 2 weeks, games that they could have won and have hurt themselves by mistakes.
Turnovers have been the big factor. I think the rest of their game has been pretty sound. They've continued to play well, but you can't turn the ball over like they have.
Second down and 10 from the Hawks 47. Again, Thielman in motion. Scanlon giving to Duffy. Big hole up the middle, and he crosses inside the 40 and down to the 36. It'll be a first down. Tackle made by the Hawks' Richard Johnson. A gain of 11 for Duffy. Look at the play again, Warren.
Duffy has great acceleration. Just probably as good as any back in the league, although there are a number of backs on the various teams that do have quickness.
Through the Spartans' first 5 games, Duffy averaging over 8 yards per carry. Yeoman in motion as Richfield operates from the Cooper 36. Matt Scanlon on the carry, and he brings it down to the 30s. A strong start offensively for Richfield. Cooper tackle made by Hubner. Other games played today at the Metrodome. Wayzata won the first game by a score of 29-12 over Edina. Hopkins knocked off Armstrong in the second contest 21-14. And then in a shootout just completed before this game, Minnetonka 41, St. Louis Park 36. Gilman in motion now to his left. Second down, and the give is to Duffy. Steps around a would-be tackler at the 25 and gets to the 23. Gain of 7, and another Spartan first down.
So far, I think a typical Richfield drive with a variety of formations, a little motion. Probably haven't run the same play twice.
First down play for the Spartans. Scanlon to throw, wide open. Miller has it at the 15 and carries down to the 11-yard line. Tackle made by Jeff Cota. That's a pickup of 12.
Just a stop route underneath the coverage, backing off. Nice throw.
First and 10 from the 11-yard line. Richfield started this drive at their 41. They've had the ball since the start of the game. Yeoman again in motion. They fake to Cibula, Scanlon keeping, and he'll bring it down to the 7-yard line. Tackle made by the Hawks' Adam Vossen. Game of 4 on the quarterback keeper. Here's Todd Olson, middle of your screen, the Richfield head coach. Maybe learned a little bit of football from his dad.
Well, I suppose a little bit. I'm not sure. I think he knows more than I do.
Pitch to Matt Scanlon. He may get to the end zone, and he does. Touchdown, Richfield.
Great block there by number 57, Aaron Bear.
Very impressive opening drive for Richfield, capped off by Matt Scanlon's 7-yard run. Extra point attempt will be by Bill Dvorak. It's down, the kick up, and it is 7-0 Richfield with 7 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Warren, let's take a look at that touchdown. Maybe pick up that key block that you mentioned.
Right there. Well, actually, 57 had thrown the block already. A couple of blocks underneath as well that were well done. Good hard run.
A good confidence booster for the offense, which has moved the ball well the last couple of weeks, but has had trouble scoring. Didn't score at all, of course, last week against Armstrong.
That's right, and gave the ball up a couple of times, inside the 15. I guess one time inside the 5. So, yes, this is a plus for the Spartans.
So Richfield, the kick, as Cooper will get the ball for the first time, handled by Hubner at the 20. Really out to the 25 and maybe the 27-yard line, dragged down by Mike Stewart and a couple of other Spartans. Also will play a lot at right guard. Zool to throw on first down and completes it to Hubner. Gain of 5 yards out to the 33. So Cooper comes out throwing on first down.
Inside conditions.
Defense, first of all, for Richfield, Warren.
Inside conditions probably let these people throw earlier than they usually do.
Right. Brian Yuso and Aaron Bear are the defensive ends. Mike Stewart and Olson. Bob Olson at the tackles. Linebackers, Chris Miller, Jason Kendrick, and Mike Parton. And the secondary, Cibula and Scanlon at the corners. Sandall and Duffy are the safeties. And a big run outside, and Olson has a lane, and he's finally pushed out down at the Richfield 30-yard line. Jeff Olson, 6', 185-pound sophomore. A nice gain for Cooper all the way down to the Richfield 30. That'll be a gain of 37.
Well executed wing T sweep. Sealed the inside, gave him a little lane.
Finally knocked out by Duffy. Now Cooper, the 2 plays, and they're immediately threatening and scoring position. Now look graphically at the rest of that defense for Richfield. He gave it the defensive line, and there again, look at the linebackers. Miller, Kendrick, and Parton is the other outside backer. And then the corners, Cibula, Scanlon, Sandal, and Duffy completing that defensive backfield. 1st and 10, and the give is to Ebert, the big fullback's first carry. That's 6 yards to the 24. Right, 2nd down and 4. Zool the throw, going out to his right, completes the ball. A little juggle, but it is held onto by Cota at the 21. It'll be a yard shy of a first down.
Same type of throw. Short stop. Both teams a little cautious, keeping the receivers in front.
They shift to the 2-back set. 3rd down and 1. Cooper will give to Ebert, and he stood up and dropped for a loss. Breaking through was Brian Uso, the defensive end. And he hit Ebert before he got to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 back to the 23.
In those early wins this season, Richfield defensive line did that a number of occasions, line and linebackers. A little more active this year than they have been in previous years.
Cooper will go on 4th and 3 from the Richfield 23. Ebert, the carry again. His first down is into the Richfield secondary, and it's knocked out inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Ben Duffy on the stop, a gain of 15.
Well, Richfield was going to stop the inside play. Nice blocking off the tackle.
First and goal to go for Cooper. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Richfield 7, Cooper nothing, but the Hawks threatening. Zool brings them up to the line. Hubner coming in motion behind him. It's Ebert again. Carries 3 more yards to the 5. 2nd down and goal. Ball on the right hash mark. See if they run something to the wide side of the field here. Well, we'll stay to the short side and give it to Ebert. Trying to turn the corner, but didn't do so. And a nice tackle, Aaron Baer tripping him up. Got a yard to the 4. It'll be 3rd and goal. Might have been able to get in if it were not for Baer making that tackle.
That's correct. The Cooper line has been getting off the ball very nicely.
Going into tonight's game, this is a big game, as we mentioned in the pregame, for both teams because they have a chance to, the winner has a chance to move it into a tie for second. Wayzata now all alone at 5-1. Hopkins and Armstrong, with the Royals having beaten the Falcons earlier today, now in a tie at 4-2, and then you see Richfield and Cooper each at 3-2 in the conference, looking to tie Hopkins and Armstrong with one conference game remaining after tonight. 3rd down and goal from the Richfield 4-yard line. Zool to throw. Lost it up in the air and caught for a touchdown. And a nice catch by Steve Kelfkin. I think we're going to have defensive pass interference, which of course would be declined. Pretty tight coverage, maybe overly tight, the official thought, by Matt Scanlon, and a great adjustment to the ball by Steve Kelfkin to haul that in.
And the throw was nice and high, even though it was maybe a bit off target. The receiver made a great catch.
Cooper for the tie. Mike Barger will hold. Willie Hubner, the kicker. Kick is up, and it is good. And we are tied at 7. 2:51 to play in the first quarter.
2 nice drives.
Cooper starting their drive from inside their own 30 and moving it down. Richfield had a little better field position to start. And they were able to score, of course, first. Here's a look at the touchdown again.
Nice touch on the ball. Nice touch. Great catch.
Keeps it low. It's picked off at the 30, though. And Miller will return it to the Richfield 43. So Spartans again will start in decent field position, more than decent. Very good field position. Like to start every drive around the 40.
Yeah, people are hesitant to kick off to them given the history of their kickoff return game. So we haven't seen as many deep kicks to them this year as you do to other teams.
Well, the Spartans' second series on offense starts from their 43 with Thielman in motion. Scanlon throws. Thielman complete into Cooper territory. Knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Looks like he got out ahead of the sticks. It should be a Richfield first down.
Very close.
You're talking about staying right up on him. Anybody in motion,
This is the third time, Warren, that I've had a chance to see Richfield play. It's only the second series, but I'm already want to say that they're throwing the ball a lot more than what I have seen the first two games.
Yes, that's true. I think they've been working on their passing game. I'm sure they started the year inexperienced, both in passing and receiving. And get inside like this, and it's kind of fun to see what you can do.
Right. Well, they got the first down. 10-yard gain. Scanlon to Thielman. And they'll operate from the Cooper 47.
Nice defensive play.
And they stop the quarterback, Scanlon, for no gain, maybe even a loss of one. Leroy Mosby, 5'11", 165-pound defensive end, making the stop. Yes, he lost yardage. Close to 2, back to the 49. Mosby not fooled by the fake to Cibula. Stays with the quarterback and makes the play. Miller, bottom of your screen. Thielman in motion that way. A pitch to Duffy. The 45 breaks the tackle there. Cuts back to the middle. Fumbles the ball. It's picked up and returned by Ebert. And Richfield turns it over. Just one mistake. 6 turnovers last week against Armstrong. They gave it up for the first time tonight here.
Boy. Nice hard hit.
Cooper first and 10 from their 42 after the fumble recovery by Ebert. Play action. Zool the throw, and wide open is Hubner. And he's got a lane, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Pickup of 23.
Nice design on the play.
You mentioned on that first series, I think for Richfield, Warren, the team's liking to throw in the indoors here. So far, Scanlon 3 for 3 passing. Now Zool 4 out of 4.
I think they had a little blitz on that side too, and they threw to the area vacated by the outside backer.
It's Ebert carrying to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards. 1.5 to play in the first quarter. Barger splits out wide to the left. And Zool keep it on the ground. This is Hubner. Lowers his head and gets more yardage. Down to the 19. He knocked over Ben Duffy at about the 23 and picked up an extra 4 yards.
Those guards are out there.
Ryan Sandahl on the tackle. Yards in receiving. Zool going deep to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. And again, it's Steve Kelfkin, the split end. He was wide open this time. And Cooper goes on top. Hubner's extra point is not good. Missed it to the left, and it will remain 13-7 Hawks. 51 seconds remaining in the first as Hubner kicks off. This is his first deep kick, taken at the 13. Scanlon handing off to Duffy, 20, 25, 30. Duffy getting to the outside. One man to beat, and he is knocked out of bounds at the Cooper 45. Well, you talked about the deep return game that Richfield has. Duffy in a game we did earlier this season, Warren. Ran one 100 yards back against Wayzata.
99.9. Yeah.
You look at it again.
A classic Richfield kickoff return. Nice blocks. Well-executed wall.
They'll take over at the Cooper 46. Thielman in motion. Scanlon to throw, got bumped a little bit, and it was knocked down by one of the linebackers. First incompletion of the night. Second down play will be a pitch to Duffy. Not too much, maybe 3 yards to the 44-yard line.
Nice defense from the inside by Cooper that time. Number of people.
Cooper's 43-yard line, and that will be an end to the first quarter. 3 touchdowns in the first 12 minutes of play, and the Cooper Hawks lead the Richfield Spartans after one, 13-7. As we start the second quarter, Richfield facing a 3rd and 7. Duffy has a first down and much more, makes a cutback at the 25, and carries down to the Cooper 18-yard line. Gain of 25 for Duffy. He is really a big-time, big-play player for Richfield. First down and 10, Richfield at the Cooper 18. Thielman motion left. Give us to Cibula. Inside the 10, still going, and gets all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Another first down.
It was a carry, Warren, that looked like it might go for about 5, and ends up being 12 yards.
Combination, I think, of his effort and maybe the tackling a little high.
First down and goal, ball closer to the Cooper 5. Goes to tie and possibly go ahead here. The give is to Duffy, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and fights his way all the way to the 2-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Stop made by Vossen and Derek Moss. Second and goal. Thielman motion right. Scanlon will give to Duffy. He goes in for the touchdown. And it's tied at 13. Ben Duffy with his 7th touchdown of the season. And he's done it all ways. He scored receiving and kickoff returns and rushing. Extra point attempt by Dvorak is also not good. So each team fails the second time on the extra point after a touchdown. And we will stay tied at 13 with 10-13 to play in the second quarter. Here's another look at the Richfield touchdown, Warren.
Let's go, Cooper!
Not very fancy, but very effective.
Oh, that's right. It's well blocked, probably on the line of scrimmage. They maybe left somebody unblocked on that particular play. I'm not sure. Nice block down on the linebacker from the outside.
I'm sure things might settle down a little bit, but we're headed to a game similar to the last one here. It ended up 41-36 Minnetonka over St. Louis Park. These teams have, coming into tonight, have been two of the better teams defensively as far as allowing points. Richfield comes into play tonight having allowed the second fewest points in the Classic Lake, and Cooper third in points allowed.
So often in high school football, the matchup of styles, conditions.
This is Kalfkin on the kickoff return for Cooper, and he brings it out to near his 30-yard line.
Makes for unusual outcomes, at least ones that we might not predict unless we look at the history of styles.
This, of course, is a completely different surface than the teams play on at any time during the season. How much of an adjustment is it for the players getting used to the turf here?
Oh, I think it is, and they certainly will feel it tomorrow, probably 2 or 3 days from now. I think that's probably the emotion of the game takes them through.
Play action, Zool to throw, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Jeff Olson. That's Zool's first incomplete pass. He's 5 of 6 for the game and 2 touchdowns.
Richfield hands were up quick on that one.
Kelfkin is not in the game right now. He got banged up a little bit on that kick return. We'll look for him to come back as they give to Hubner. And William past the 40 to the 44-yard line. Gain of 14 at the 44. Cooper's first down play. Zool throwing to his left and completes it to Kelfkin. A nice catch. And he carries it all the way down to the Spartan 31-yard line. Zool again laying it out nicely. And Kelfkin hauls it in. Again, he'll come off a little shaken up. 25 yards.
Richfield,
nice ball.
That's right. Richfield coverage kind of came up, it seemed like, and he laid the ball right out there.
From the 31, this is Olson. And he's down to the 25. Cibula on the stop, along with Nate Hughes.
There's no penetration by the Richfield defense. They seal the inside and pull those linemen very nicely.
2nd and 4 for Cooper. Give us to Ebert. And he falls forward to near the 21. He'll be short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and less than 1 for Cooper. Zagaris wide to the right now, comes back in motion. As a tight end is Kelfkin back in out to the left. They give to Ebert. Has a first down and 2-3 yards to the 19-yard line. Tackle made by Dvorak. First down. Cooper at the Richfield 19. Zool will give to Hubner. To the 15-yard line, breaking the tackle of Dvorak and lunging toward that first down stick. Nice shot from the end zone, and Cooper's running attack has been very strong tonight.
Very nice. Sealing the inside as they come around.
1st and goal for Cooper. The ball just outside the Richfield 8. Game tied at 13, and the give is to Ebert. Moves forward to maybe the 5-yard line. Aaron Baer, the first one to make contact for Richfield. We'll call it a gain of 3, bringing up 2nd and goal. Play action. Zool lofting it, and wide open is Hubner for a touchdown. The 3rd touchdown pass in the first half for Jamie Zool.
Nice receiver. Well thrown ball again.
Hubner's kick not good.
Been impressed by the execution of Cooper. The Cooper offense.
And here's another chance for him to look at that last touchdown. For Cooper, already, this is their 2nd highest point total of the season. They scored 30 against St. Louis Park in the 2nd week. And lots of points tonight. Cibula on the return for Richfield. Breaking tackles and carries all the way out to midfield. Nice return by Ben Cibula. He's a senior, 5'10", 175 pounds. Spartans again get great field position to start.
He picked his way in that middle wedge. Or the middle blocking scheme very well.
Well, we'll see if Richfield's offense can answer. They'll start at Cooper's 49. Scanlon, Matt in motion. Paul Scanlon to throw. Complete to Miller. A little hook and lateral play. Caught by Duffy. He might have gotten more if he didn't have to reach back for it. That did net them 13 yards, though, to the 36.
Certainly has become a Ridgefield standard. From
the 36 with Nealman in motion. Give us to Cibula, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Does get to the 34 for a couple of yards, but Richard Johnson, senior linebacker, came up and hit him just about as soon as he got the ball. Clock stops with 4:44 to play in the first half. As you look across the way from where we're sitting at the Richfield fans tonight.
It's a very nice idea to promote high school football in this way. So, usually this is a cold time with that little bit of cold we get in October before we get some.
Offensive leader so far tonight for Richfield has been Ben Duffy. Has a touchdown on 8 carries. And he'll get the call here and is into the into the Cooper secondary rather, and carries down to the Hawks 21-yard line. There's a Cooper player injured back near the line of scrimmage. Maybe we can pick up the injury right there. He was coming over to tackle Kendrick, and from the 21-yard line, a first down pass incomplete, thrown short in front of Thielman. Stops the clock with 4:25 to play in the half. It is 2nd and 10 for Richfield from the Cooper 21. The Hawks leading 19-13. 3 touchdown passes by senior quarterback Jamie Zool. 2 to Steve Kelfkin, 1 to Willie Hubner for their touchdowns on the ground. Pitch to Duffy, trying to hurdle over a player. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. Leroy Mosby on the stop for Cooper. 3rd down and 10 for Richfield. Pitch to Matt Scanlon, avoided a tackle in the backfield, and carries to the 14-yard line. Stop made by Mosby and Richard Johnson. This will be short of the first down by 3. Scanlon with a pickup of 7. And we'll see what kind of play the Spartans come up with on 4th and 3. The Cooper 14. Johnson in motion to the left. Give us to Cibula, and he's trying to get toward the first down stick. Ball pops out at the end of the play. It is going to be very close. I think he might be a little shy where he is. But it's going to be close enough where they're going to have to measure. They'll draw him out. And not enough. A little bit shy. That much. And Cooper takes over. Cibula got about 2 feet 10 inches worn. Not quite enough.
Yeah, very, very close.
Hawks starting in their worst position of the night at their own 12-yard line. Olsen, the flag goes down. Carries out to the 25-yard line. That's the first down unless it comes back with a penalty. Take a look at a nice run. It's going to be wiped out. Well, it's half the distance back, and they're backed up to about their 8. So it's first down and about 13 now. And Ebert, who was injured defensively, back into the game on offense as a fullback, carries out to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Hawks. They give to Hubner, and he's tripped up in the backfield. There'll be a loss on the play. Looks like Troy Glotty, the first one to make contact defensively for Richfield, as the Spartans will take a timeout. And Zool wants to throw it. Arcs it up. Kelfkin out there and just a little bit too far in front of him. And he was right near the sideline. Even if he had caught that, it would have been a trick just for him to stay in bound. And Cooper will be forced to punt. Willie Hubner, the punter, standing in the end zone.
Well, they had too many men.
Cooper using their second timeout in the first game of the day. Hopkins rallied to beat Hopkins. And then Minnetonka had to hang on to beat St. Louis Park 41-36 in our last game. Matt Scanlon, the lone deep man for Richfield, back at the Cooper 45. Let's see if the Spartans come after Hubner here. They do. Hubner decides he's going to try to run it. Gets to the 15, the 20. He's got a first down and a lot more. And Willie Hubner might go all the way. 88 yards for a touchdown.
Great athletic sense.
What a bizarre play. He saw too many white shirts coming in at him. Decided maybe I should try to run or pass for this. He ran and nobody caught him.
Let's be something to overcome.
Let's take a look at the play again. There you saw all the white shirts coming in. The one player had a shot at him at the 10, and nobody else touches him after that. Aaron Bayer was the only one that laid a hand on him the whole play.
Once again, their run back by number 48, Willie Hubner, covered 89 yards.
And now Cooper, having missed on the last two kicking attempts on the extra point, will try for the 2-point conversion on a runner pass. 2-point conversion attempt. Hubner in motion, left to right. Zool will flip it out to Hubner right through his hands, incomplete. Well, I've seen it all now this season, Warren. I've seen some very bizarre plays. That one's right up the top.
Yeah, and Ben Duffy had that earlier 99-plus yard kickoff return earlier in the season. Always excitement in high school football, and you're going to have to talk that way. I think this time of the season, you're just going to have to maintain yourself.
Here's Ben Duffy coming right up the gut for Richfield, and he carries it out to the 33-yard line. Tackle made by Mosby and Andy Schlitzky.
Because panic can extend that lead more quickly than anything.
Richfield with 1:07 left in the first half. They've got one timeout remaining from their 33. While Scanlon to throw and completes it to Miller. That is close to a first down.
That was going to be the lateral again. Cooper did a nice job of tying the receiver up so he couldn't pitch it.
2nd down and 1 from the 42. Hawk continuing to run with 30 seconds left in the half. They give to Duffy. He's got a first down. Breaks a tackle to 45. And into Cooper territory. Brought down at the 49-yard line. Stop made by the Hawks. Ben Krakow and Kevin Blanchard. Duffy already with a big night offensively. He's got 10 carries, Warren, for 92 yards and a touchdown. Here's his last 9.
He accelerates well, but he also is just real strong for someone his size. Just doesn't go down unless it's a real good tackle. He'll kick through a lot of arms.
First and 10, Richfield from the Cooper 49. Again, 22 seconds left in the first half. We got 3 receivers to the left of the line of scrimmage, and Scanlon will air it out that way. Intended for Duffy on that play. And good coverage by Adam Boston, the linebacker. And the ball overthrown. It is 2nd down and 10 with 18 seconds left.
Mr. Vossen has had a nice first half.
Scanlon to the left, Thielman to the right. Ball Scanlon to throw, hits Thielman. Completion to the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. And Richfield out of timeouts, down to 5 seconds left. And they'll throw a quick out to Thielman that's incomplete as the first half comes to an end. Well, if you like scoring, this was your half of football. 38 points put on the board between these two teams. And the Cooper Hawks lead the Richfield Spartans 25-13 as the first half comes to an end. Going to bring up third and a long 3 for the Spartans.
Matt Ebert seems to be shaken up a little bit again, taking himself out of the ballgame.
Richard Johnson replacing him on third down. It's Duffy, first down. And it'll be first and goal to go for the Spartans as Duffy carries 9 yards to the 5.
Richfield runs that quick pitch very well. They've done it for years. Linemen are out in front of the play.
First and goal with Thielman in motion, and is Cibula carrying to the 3, and then he really got pushed back. Stop made by Vossen and Hubner. Gain of 2. It'll be second and goal from the 3. And the pitch. Duffy trying to turn a corner, and just too many orange shirts there, and they drop him for a loss back at the 8-yard line.
Nice defense by Cooper.
Stop made by Jacob Cook and Willie Hubner. It's the first time Duffy has had a carry for negative yardage tonight. I guess it depends on how close they get to the goal line here on third. Let's see what Scanlon comes up with. And his throw a little bit behind Matt Scanlon at the 5, incomplete. And now it's fourth and goal from the 8-yard line. A decision for Todd Olson whether or not to try a field goal attempt here or go for a touch. Fourth and goal. Richfield from the Cooper 8. They trail by 12 here early in the third quarter. Scanlon rolling. Has time. Throws to the end zone and caught for a touchdown. And it looks like it's Partons that hauled that in. Mike Parton, the senior, for the touchdown.
Quarterback Scanlon showed great patience on that one. Just waited and waited and waited for the opening to occur on the bootlegger waggle pass.
Back to try the extra point. Snap a little high. Dvorak puts it up, and it is good. And Richfield with 7:17 to play in the third quarter pulls to within 5 at 25-20. Look at the touchdown again. Scanlon looked over the field, and found his man.
The Hawks had it well covered, too.
Well, Richfield, if they were a little downworn at halftime after giving up that late first half touchdown, they certainly turned it around quickly when they came out on the field, forcing the turnover on Cooper's first series and then putting it in the end zone. And now it's a 5-point game.
Back in it for sure. I think one thing, having watched Richfield now for the last 6-7 years, Richfield always comes to play.
Dvorak to kick. Hubner back deep along with Kelfkin. And this is Kelfkin at the 15. He gives to Hubner. 25, 35, and out to his 40-yard line. So, similar to the kickoff that Richfield ran in the first half. Player to the right taking it and handing off to the player coming around toward the right sideline, and very successful return to the Cooper 41.
Hubner set up a couple of blocks there with a nice move.
Give us to Ebert. And he looks like he lost the football again. Richfield players say they've got it, and they do. So for the second straight offensive play, the fullback Matt Ebert fumbles, and Richfield again recovers. So after playing nearly errorless football in the first half, Cooper with 2 turnovers early in the third quarter.
Yeah, didn't protect the ball.
Hillman motion left from the 44. Matt Scanlon, a gain of 4 to the 40-yard line. Johnson on the stop. Hillman will come out to the near side. Double tight end set on second down. Give to Cibula. First down and more. 30 to the 20 to the 10-yard line and hauled down at the 7. Tackle made by Jeff Cota.
I think probably some of this is audible on the line for Richfield. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. It looks like the quarterback sets, reads the defense, makes his call.
First down and goal to go after a pickup of 32 yards by Ben Cibula. Ball between the Cooper 7 and 8 as Richfield goes for the lead. Pitch is to Matt Scanlon, and he's brought down from behind at the 5. Tackled by Mosby. Gain of 3.
Mosby's had a lot of key tackles tonight.
Two receivers to the left. On second and goal, give us to Cibula, and he's in for the touchdown. And Richfield retakes the lead. Well, they've got a lot of weapons, Warren, that they can use on offense. That's the 4th different player that has scored tonight for Richfield.
Yes, I think it's again it is a typical Richfield offensive night in terms of the variety of players, plays, kind of like that first drive that they had. A lot of variety in it.
Hillman to hold for Dvorak. Extra point is up and not good. He has missed 2 of 4 attempts tonight. Richfield still leads 26-25 now with 4:52 to play in the third. Look at the Richfield touchdown.
Little fake snap, handback trap. I don't know if the trap scheme, yes there was. I have been impressed by the center snaps tonight. I don't think that they've been a factor at all in these missed conversions. Holders and the snappers have done a nice job on both teams.
Well, it's been a back and forth game. Richfield has come back from down 12 points to take a 1-point lead. There's still almost 5 minutes to play in the third. This time Kelfkin keeping and faking the handoff to Hubner. And he's brought down at his 24. Stopped by Mike Stewart. Cooper, in the last 3 or 4 possessions, has not had the field position that they had earlier in the game.
No, that's correct. Good coverage here by Richfield on that fake cross as well.
I should say 3 of the last 4. Actually, the last one they started out past their own 40, but they've been backed up inside their 25-yard line on the other possessions since about midway through the second quarter.
Well, field position is so important, especially I think the way these teams play offense.
Olsen, the ball carrier, only able to get 2 yards to the 26. Tackle made by Troy Gaudy.
That was a sweep that was so successful in the first half.
There's your score with 4:07 to play in the third quarter. Cooper facing a 2nd and 8. Sewell wanting to throw the ball. And does to Ebert, the fullback. Runs over Duffy, gets to the 40-yard line. That's a first down for Cooper, a gain of 14. First time they have used the fullback, Ebert, out of the backfield to catch the ball. And it earns them a first down.
Nice fake by the running back on the waggle. A very classic way to run the bootleg pass with fullback in the flat.
Hubner, 45, spins away, gets to midfield. That's a gain of 9. Out to the 50. Ryan Sandahl on the stop. Willie Hubner has gained 130 yards on the ground tonight. Just 6 carries. 88 of those coming on the run out of punt formation. Even take away that, though, and he's averaging about 10 yards a carry without that long run. So he's done a nice job for them.
Very strong runner.
2nd and 1. Cooper at the 50. Sewell, the throw, airing it out right sideline. Cota, the intended receiver, and going out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Well, the down and distance was proper for that kind of play.
Give to Hubner. He was tackled and stopped short of a first down. He got collared from behind at about the 48. He got to the 50, and then there were 3 white shirts to meet him and stop him. He may have gotten a foot, but he's still short of the first down. It was Stewart that came in and slowed him down, and that helped prevent a first down. It's 4th down and 1 now for Cooper.
Nice defensive penetration by the Spartans.
Hawks will go for it here, one right at midfield. Sewell gives to Ebert, and he has the first down. Gain of 2 to the 48. John Olfke's offense has moved the ball well tonight. One of the best offensive games of the season against a good defensive team, Richfield. Number 48, Hubner, this time escapes a tackle in the backfield, but still is only able to gain 1. Stopped by Kendrick and Bear.
Richfield starting to penetrate a bit on defense now. We'll see how Cooper counters that offensively. Maybe we'll move the point of attack around a little bit. Maybe play action pass.
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Richfield 26, Cooper 25. John Jacobson and Warren Olson from the Metrodome. Tonight's Classic Lake Conference games. Sewell, a play action. He's dropped for a big loss back at his 42-yard line. Brian Ussel, a junior defensive end, making the play for the Spartans and knocking down the quarterback for a loss of 9.
Had deep enough penetration so the offensive tackle couldn't kick back into pass protection.
3rd and 17 for Cooper at their 45.
Look for a little surprise on this play, a screen or something.
See what they go with. Pumping, throwing, Sewell, and incomplete. Coverage by Sandahl and Dvorak. Kelfkin wanted a flag. None coming. It'll be 4th down.
Brian Sandow really came from his safety spot that time and made a nice play.
From the Metrodome in Minneapolis, we have come to the end of the third quarter. Our score, Richfield 26 and Cooper 25. Punt to start the fourth quarter, fielded by Matt Scanlon, and return to the Richfield 26.
I think the Spartans had a cross punt return on that time. The handoff spot wasn't completed. So Scanlon kept the football and got upfield. Unless my eyes were playing tricks.
Well, Richfield, the only two scores of the third quarter, retaking the lead after trailing 25-13 at halftime. We'll see what they do in the fourth quarter on offense. First carry is by Matt Scanlon. Brings it to his 32-yard line. 8:05. At Scanlon, about half a dozen carries tonight. Scored the first Richfield touchdown. With 4 different players carry the football tonight. 3 more that have caught passes for Richfield. As we mentioned, balanced offensive attack tonight for the Spartans. 2nd and 5, Scanlon to throw. Delivers a bullet, but it was off the mark. Intended receiver Thielman. To be 3rd down and 5. Be a big play here for the Hawks defense as they try to get the ball back for their offense. Trailing by a point. Duffy in the carry and has the first down at the 37-yard line.
Close, I believe.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Bring him in.
Get it all the way, right? First down and 10, Richfield.
Boy, been some close measurements this evening.
Hillman in motion behind Paul Scanlon. Gives to Cibula, and he's out across the 45, the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 9. And kind of an explosive type player, too, much like Duffy.
Yes, he is. Richfield dive backs do have the acceleration, and they break tackles. Once they get through linebacker level, you never know what might.
Scanlon handing off again. It will be a carry to the 49 for Matt Scanlon. Another Richfield first down. Warren, this has got to be a great thrill for the players of all 8 of the Classic Lake schools to have a chance to play one game at the Metrodome.
Oh, I think so. And it's... they grow up seeing it on television and seeing the high school playoffs here as well as the colleges and the pros. It's a great idea that the league officials have.
Duffy, big hole up the middle, and he might go. Nobody's going to catch Ben Duffy. 51 yards for the score.
Richfield was in their wishbone the last 2 plays. First time all night.
Duffy's 2nd touchdown this evening. And Richfield, with a 7-point lead, will try to make it 8 here with a kick from Dvorak. His attempt is up, and it is good. 33-25 Richfield with 9:23 left in the game.
Well, it's far from over, John.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting things are going to happen yet tonight.
Let's take another look at that touchdown run by Duffy. And a nice hole that opened up for him.
That's correct.
Had 2 players that laid a hand on him. And that was
It's a little different action, and as I said, when Richfield divebacks get to linebacker level, you never know what's going to happen because they do have the ability to accelerate.
Now Cooper now has to regroup. They've moved the ball, obviously very well in the first half, and all right this half, but now they find themselves having given up 20 points in this half and trailing by 8.
You're going to have to limit those turnovers. Been the big factor here.
The 2 turnovers that led to Richfield touchdowns in this half. Nick handled that to 12 by Kelfkin. He gives to Hubner, and this time Richfield not fooled, although Hubner stays on his feet all the way to the 22-yard line.
Boy, he's a strong runner. He's been impressive.
Great all-around athlete at Cooper, also outstanding hockey and baseball player for the Hawks. Tonight getting it done on the football field. As Cooper looks to rally, they'll start this drive from their 22.
Richfield defense has been a little more effective on the edges this half. We'll see if that continues or if Cooper's made some adjustment.
Zool to throw. Kelfkin open to the 30. Here's the tackler out to the 33-yard line. Stop made by Dvorak. Give to Hubner, 35, and a good stop from behind is reaching out to get a hand on him to help slow him down, Luis Oliveira. And Hubner picks up 3, but that could have been more. At 59 in white, not reached his arm out there and slowed Hubner down. 2nd and 7 is what the Hawks face. They come out to their 37-yard line. 15 to play in the ball game. Cooper trailing 33-25. Zool to throw, complete to Kelfkin. And he's got a first down to the 45. Gain of 8. One pretty high percentage pass, and this has worked well for Cooper tonight.
Yes, and they might catch one of those and break it on the run.
Kelfkin with 5 catches tonight, 2 for touchdowns.
They've spread the secondary of the Spartans pretty well, give themselves a little room to operate.
Sewell the throw, and this time overshoots his intended receiver, Cota.
Down and distance probably are going to become more important here with time remaining.
Incompletion stopping the clock with 7:42 left in the fourth.
When you don't get a completion first down like that, changes your whole notion of next few play calls.
Zool fakes to Olsen, roll out and throw, complete to Ebert. First down into Richfield territory. Spins out of a tackle and brings Dvorak down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 24. Second time they've gone to the big fullback out of the backfield on that pass.
Illegal receiver downfield on the waggle pass.
And it'll all come back for Cooper. Well, that wipes out a big play
Nice
for the Hawks offense.
Nice play. Too bad. Nice block there by the other receiver.
The penalty will bring Cooper back to their 40-yard line. Second down and 15. That's what Cooper will have to go against now. Straight drop back by Zool. They set up a little screen. Ebert left side. He's chased down from behind by Kendrick. Jason Kendrick, the senior linebacker. Coach Todd Olsen told me earlier this season, Warren, that he's maybe the best athlete that he's coached since he's been a head coach with Richfield in the last 4 years.
He seems to be a very aware person and has good physical skills. And always has his head in the game.
They gained 4 on the play, but it's still 3rd and 11. Cooper from the 44. Sewell again to throw. Flag is down, and he overshoots his receiver, Kelfkin. Check out the penalty. Thrown in the area where you often see holding. The motion penalty against Cooper.
It looked like the wide receiver may be moved early.
It will be refused because now it's 4th and 11, and Cooper will have to punt. And time, you mentioned Warren also becoming a factor now, as Cooper will punt it with 6:24 left.
Well, do you think we're going to see another wild punt run here? Certainly.
I think we're going to see another score by somebody before tonight's over, that's for sure. Hubner's punt will be handled by Scanlon at the 25. Fakes the handoff to Duffy. Keeps it himself. 30-yard line and thrown down at the 32. Tackle made by Kevin Blanchard. Richfield will start. 1st and 10 from their 33. Running 6:10 to play in the game. 33-25 Richfield. They have scored 20 unanswered points here in the second. First down run is by Scanlon. Works out past the 35 to the 36. Tackled by Mosby and Hubner. And Duffy, and another big night out of the backfield for Richfield. 157 yards carrying the ball on 16 carries and 2 touchdowns. It was to Cibula, and he brings it to the 43.
Cooper's moved their front around a little bit and beginning to see some openings that in different places than there were earlier in the game. We'll see whether Richfield attacks them. That was a dive play at a spot we haven't seen all evening.
3rd and a long one for Richfield. And it's a first down and much more for Scanlon. Finally brought down by Hubner at the Cooper 34.
Same wishbone play that was big on the last drive.
It's a gain of 24. Let's look at it from the end zone.
It's a little sprint draw play.
Richfield moving the ball very well on the ground here in the second half. Time running out on the Hawks. Scanlon, a couple of yards to the 32. Tackled by Johnson and Peter Lux. Now Richfield had 1 turnover tonight back in the first quarter, and since then they've been able to keep a handle on it and haven't given Cooper any big breaks, and that's it. Maybe in the end what will win it for them. They're able to hang on here, but they took too much time here. A 5-yard penalty and stops the clock with 3:57 left.
I don't think they want the Hawks to have it because they're explosive enough to get right back in it.
Cibula in motion as he comes out of the wishbone formation, and Duffy cannot get out of the backfield. Steve Kelfkin caught him at the 40, and he lost 5 yards there.
Great play. A lot of other Cooper players right there on the snap out.
3rd and 17, and a look at the play again by Kelfkin, number 15. Went around his block and made the stop. 3rd and 17 from the 41. Dvorak in motion. Scanlon to throw. Pump fake and throwing deep and incomplete. The intended receiver, Miller, but he overshot him by about 10 yards. And the Spartans will have to punt with 3:11 left to play. One of the linemen for Richfield down at the 40. We have a flag down as well. Defensive holding against Cooper. Boy, that's a killer.
I didn't see the flag, John, but I thought I saw the infraction.
I didn't see it either. Hit from a 4th and 17 to where now Richfield faces a more manageable 3rd and 7 from the Cooper 31.
Think we'll see that wishbone draw? No, I don't think so. We see the I formation. No, open backs.
And now Richfield a little confused on offense. He's going to have to burn a timeout. For you at the 31 of Cooper. Duffy coming in motion. He'll get the handoff. Runs out of a tackle by Hubner. Gets to the 30-yard line, but that's it. And there'll be 4th down and 6. Adam Vossen, junior linebacker, on the stop.
Another nice tackle by Vossen. He's had a number this evening.
And now Cooper will take a timeout to stop the clock with 2:56 to go. All right, they'll send Duffy to the right, Miller to the left. Matt Scanlon and Cibla behind the quarterback, Paul Scanlon. On 4th and 7, it'll be a reverse. Duffy coming back to the near side, fumbles the football. Flag is down. Ball down at the 35. Who recovers isn't so important because it was 4th down, and the Hawks would take over on down. So even if Richfield recovered, now we got to check out the penalty and see what that's all about. It's a clip against Richfield. Well, Cooper's going to get the football here at the 36. And, of course, they'll decline the penalty and take possession of the ball with 2:55 to go.
Even the reverse got to be a dangerous play. Oh, ball security is so important. You can't carry it out in front of you like that, to be sure.
Cooper defense, though, looked like they had that play pretty well defensed.
Yes.
Even if Duffy had not dropped the ball there, looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss.
No doubt.
Zool, a long throw on 1st down for Kelfkin, just threw his hands incomplete. Defensively, Bill Dvorak right with him.
Nice throwing ball again. Nice trajectory.
Couldn't do it. 2nd down and 10, Cooper from their 36. Zool to throw again. This time a short route. And caught by Coda at the 39. It's going to be a completion of just 3 yards. 3rd and 7. Cooper from the 39. Zool, roll out throw, float one over the middle, and just through the hands of the intended receiver, Zagiris. And he was past the Richfield defensive back and certainly had a big gain. I don't know that he would have scored on that, but that would have brought Cooper down to about the Richfield 30, maybe a little better.
Richfield went for the knockdown here, and we're out of position, really.
Now look, though, maybe one of the Richfield players did get a hand on it.
He did get a hand, yes.
I didn't see that originally, and that's Zagiris couldn't come up with it. Well, this is it for Cooper. Warren, 4th down and 7. Hubner in motion. Zool gets protection, throws, and the pass is complete out at the 48 for a 1st down. Jeff Coda on the reception. They got 9 yards on that play, and they keep the drive and a chance of winning still alive.
Nicely designed play, well executed. Stayed in bounds, got the 1st down, knew where the down marker was.
Zool throwing, complete to Kelfkin, maybe got a yard. Cibula coming up quickly and making the stop on the split end. We'll call it a gain of 1. Clock running with 1:45 to go. Cooper with just over 50 yards they need to travel for a possible tying touchdown. And 2-point conversion needed. They have one timeout remaining. A pass is complete to Hubner. First down. And he's down to the Richfield 37-yard line. That came very close to being intercepted, but it was Hubner that came down with it for Cooper for a pickup of 15. Watch the linebacker coming up that just about got there. Troy Glotty.
Nice effort on everybody's part.
1:30 to play. First and 10. Clock running from the Richfield 36. Hawks on first and 10. Zool throws, and it's incomplete. And his man, Mike Barger, open down near the 25, and he couldn't hang on to it. And 20 seconds left. Second down and 10 at the Richfield 36.
High school football at its best.
This is a great game.
Yes.
Olsen in motion. Second down. Zool throws and complete to Hubner. Almost spun away from Cibula, but can't quite do it. He does pick up 8 yards to the 29-yard line.
Nice throw and catch.
Hawks have to snap it here on third down and 2. The pass complete to Hubner. He's trying to get a first down. He is tackled by Glotty. That is going to be short of a first down. We've got a couple of injured players down. Well, now it's just people slow to get up. Hubner on the offensive side of Bob Olsen defensively. He is short of where he needs to be by a yard.
They need to be patient, though, even though there's that much time on the clock. Doesn't do you any good to rush into these things.
Now, with no timeouts, is there enough time where they, on a 4th and 1 like this, they could run a running play, do you think?
Oh, I think so. If they've worked on no huddle and 2-minute offense and those kinds of things, I think that would be a proper idea.
They've got Hubner and Ebert in the backfield, but it will be, they'll go to the air, and it's complete to Kelfkin. A nice catch by the split end down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5 and a first down for Cooper. First and 10 from the 17.
Beautiful touch on this ball. Nice catch, but wonderful pass.
Now the clock stops while they move the chains. Only 1 second has come off the clock. I got to believe, I know that play took more than a second. It wasn't 51 or 52 when that started. Zool, the throw to Kelfkin again, and he's got it for a touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the night for Jamie Zool.
Really got the defensive back turned around. Nice moves.
Oh, and all sorts of movement, and flags are everywhere. And I got to think this is costing Cooper 5 yards. Boy, what a penalty to take, or to have happen to you when you're 3 yards away.
That's a tough deal. Yes, it is. Although it may give them more room to do something a little different, or maybe even the same play. Now number 15 is Kelflin is back in.
So the 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line. Cooper needing it for a tie. Zool the throw to Ebert. He's got it. And we're tied at 33.
Great execution of the waggle.
.33 all with 39 seconds left. Unbelievable game, Warren.
Great execution on that drive. The Hawks had a lot of good ideas, executed them well.
Here's the conversion again. Pass a little bit behind him, but once he hauled in at the 2, there was nobody that was going to haul him down. Yeah, there he is, Matt Ebert, senior captain, co-captain. Matt Ebert, leading rusher for the Hawks coming in, leading scorer in the Classic Lake, and he got a big 2 points there. Squib kick to the 35, handled and returned to the 41. Now with 34 seconds left. Now Richfield with 1 timeout left. Do you play for overtime or do you take a couple of shots at the end zone?
Well, I think in most years Richfield would take a couple of shots. I don't know what their thinking will be now. The discussion on the sideline would indicate that they're going to.
Well, you got receivers everywhere from the 41. They'll give to Duffy an inside handoff. He's got room into the secondary, the 40, and he wisely steps out of bounds at the 37. He saw he wasn't going to get a lot of more yardage, so he stepped out to stop the clock with 18 seconds left. Heads up play by the running back. 22 yards on that pickup to the Cooper 36. First and 10 for the Spartans. Give again to Duffy. To the 25, to the 20. And Duffy might go for a touchdown. Yes! And Richfield takes the lead with 8 seconds left.
Same play the other way. Going to get penalized. Got a player down.
Cooper player Jeff Cota down on the far side as Richfield celebrates. This is unbelievable. Well, Duffy, as we said a couple of times tonight, is maybe the biggest big-time, big-play player in this whole conference. The ability to break any play for huge yardage, and he's done it a couple of times tonight for touchdowns, and this one looks like it will win the game.
And he can do the kind of plays that Richfield has as well. And inside counter just ran it the other way, I believe.
Now, Warren, this is probably the wildest high school football game I have ever seen. I know you've seen a lot more than I have, but this ranks right at the top for me.
It certainly is. Richfield has had that ability the last few years with these state tournament teams. You never know. If there's time on the clock, they can do it. They sort of have that tradition and that confidence.
Cota walking off under his own power, a little limping a little bit, coming to the Cooper sideline.
Great effort.
The reason for the delay here.
Great effort on his part to try to make the play. Just a great effort. Probably as great as the successful run when you get right down to it.
Yeah, 2 plays, both on the ground, and they're able to pick up about 58, 59 yards, and 2 great runs by Ben Duffy. Here's Dvorak for the extra point now. And the kick is good. 40-33 with 8 seconds left. Not quite done yet.
Oh, no. So Cooper...
Here's a look again at the touchdown run. He got in. No doubt about it.
no doubt about it. He was inside on the playing field, and he certainly broke the plane.
Well, Matt Evert, who a couple of moments ago thought he had tied this game, well, he did tie the game and thought he had sent it into overtime. Now kneeling down, looking like his team is going to come up short again. This team has played close in every ball game, and they're probably going to come out of here with their 4th loss by a touchdown or less. Jamie Zuhl's done a great job bringing Cooper back offensively. It might not be enough. Here's the kickoff. Dvorak's kick will be handled at the 16-yard line. Lateral until they're stopped. And Kelfkin laterals back to the 10-yard line to Hubner. Hubner at the 17-yard line and laterals again, but they're going to say he was down. And that is finally the end of an incredible football game won by Richfield, 40-33. Cooper players and coaches a little upset. They thought that play was still alive. I don't know if we have another look at that, but the official signaled the play down, and so that last lateral, which Kelfkin came out of there with it, goes for naught, and the game is over, 40-33.
Well, a great contest. It's too bad someone has to lose.
Warren, thanks for your work tonight. We appreciate you doing a job on the telecast this evening. Good to see you again.
It was fun. Have a good playoff season.
Thanks. If they're anything like this, we're in for a great ride the rest of the year. For Warren Olson, the rest of our Northwest Community Television crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for joining us tonight for high school football. Classic Lake at the Dome. They cap off the night with an incredible game. Richfield rallying to beat Cooper. Final score, the Spartans 40, the Hawks 33.